Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove central collection unit from their credit report. And in many cases, this is without paying the debt at all. So if that sounds good to you or someone you know, then I encourage you to watch this video because by the end, you're going to know exactly what the next best step is to take. And I should preface by saying this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. Okay. For example, if you know or believe that central collection unit or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if there are no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can certainly help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description. And with that, I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with central collection unit? Well, I put this one at the top of the list for a reason, and that is we have a lot of callers that are terrified this could happen. And it makes sense. Few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And unfortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So, who is Central Collection Unit, and why are they on your credit report? Well, they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts, like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap, pennies on the dollar. And then they try to collect the full amount. So here's an example. Let's imagine for a moment that you, for whatever reason, have an unpaid card with Capital One for, let's say, $1,000. Central Collection Unit could, in theory, come along and buy that debt, but maybe just for $100. And then they come to you and they don't try to collect the $100, they try to collect the $1,000, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, again, a lot of people don't know this, is that even if you pay a debt on your credit report, it does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, could just, paying isn't in your best interest. It could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. In addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot. They may even call your family members, colleagues. And I want to say too, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you again may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case. You want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. So there's that. Next question is, should you negotiate a settlement with Central Collection Unit? So this is good. This is very important to cover, because I always say, settling your debt with Central Collection Unit depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, well, paying isn't the best option. Why? Because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. So instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And, if certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect. How do you remove central collection unit from your credit report, right? So how do you do that? Well, the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, having said that, the knowledge required to do that is more involved than it might seem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but just be prepared. You know, you may spend weeks or months really digging in and learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it's done properly the first time and save that extra time. Well, we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with central collection unit accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. Let's see here. Oh, how can you get central collection unit to stop calling you? Yeah, as I mentioned, central collection unit will be calling you. If they haven't already, they will be. And that's because that's their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased. Which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will central collection unit try suing or garnishing my wages? So central collection unit suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. And that's because there are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. You know, it's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with central collection unit? Well, you have the right to dispute any of your debt that central collection unit has purchased. Central collection unit is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, when you first look at these can seem very complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. But again, if you don't have time to research these acts, don't worry about it. That's what we're here for, okay? Give us a call today. We would love to discuss your options with you. And again, you'll find our number in the description area below. And with that, thank you so much for watching.